All right, for this set of notes, you should have out a clean piece of notebook paper. You need to get your notes titled. You also need to get them dated. I'll be looking for those things whenever you bring your notes to me to be able to be checked. Okay. All right, today we are going to be determining whether or not 3 measurements would make a right triangle. Obviously, if we have 3 different measurements, it's going to form a triangle because the only shape formed with 3 sides is a triangle. But we need to know, would it have a 90-degree angle based off of those side measurements? So there's 2 different ways they might present the information to you. One way is just to list out the angle measurements. Okay? So if they said, will these 3 sides form a right triangle? So we have 4.4, 11.7, and 12.5. We need to take what we know about a 90 or a right triangle that has that 90-degree angle. We know that side C is always our longest side. The other 2 are A or B. So when they're listing out values, 4.4, 11.7, and 12.5, we're looking for our biggest number. Our biggest number is what we would be inputting into C, into our formula. The other 2 values can be either A or B. It doesn't matter. You can have those flip-flopped. We're still using the same formula. A squared plus B squared equals C squared. We're going to plug in what we have. So we have 4.4 squared, 11.7 squared, and 12.5 squared. Okay. We're going to do our evaluating on the left-hand side. So we have 4.4 squared. We get 19.36. 11.7 squared. We get 136.89. We add those 2 together. We get 156.25. Now on the other side, we have 12.5 squared, so we have to evaluate that. So we have 156.25. So once we've evaluated both sides completely, right here is where we're going to come up with our answer. So there's 2 parts to this answer. Do you have the correct values on the left, and do you have the correct values on the right? And then do you have the correct answer? So right here, we need the left side, the A squared plus B squared, to be equal to whatever C squared was. If these are the exact same number, 156.25 equals 156.25, that's a true statement. So what that means for us is, yes, it is a right triangle. If I built a triangle that has a side C with 12.5, side A with 4.4, and another side length with 11.7, we would have a 90-degree angle in there. So yes, it does make a right triangle. All right, let's look at another one. Okay, so they gave us the 3 measurements of 2.8, 5.1, and 4.5. Again, the first thing we're looking for is the biggest number out of those 3, and 5.1 is the biggest number. What that is telling us is side C. The other 2, it doesn't matter which one we make A and which one we make B. So now we're going to plug it in to our formula. So we have 2.8 squared plus 4.5 squared equals 5.1 squared. I want you to pause the video, take the time, and just evaluate those numbers. So for 2.8 squared, we should get 7.84. For 4.5 squared, we should get 20.25. For 5.1 squared, we should get 26.01. Then I have to add 7.84 plus 20.25. We get 28.09 is equal to 26.01. So at this point in time, we're making a decision. Does 28.09 equal 26.01? Of course not. Okay, those do not equal each other. So no, it is not a right triangle. It can still be a triangle, but what that means is that angle inside of the triangle will not be 90 degrees. They will be either bigger or smaller than 90 degrees. There will not be a 90-degree angle in that. Another way that they might give you the information is they'll give you a triangle and they'll label the sides. Now notice there's no 90 degrees in this triangle. So you're still going to have to locate which one is the biggest number. So we have 3, 4, and 5. Notice there is no 90-degree angle, so we can't draw the arrow across from it. We have to locate our biggest number and label that as C. The other two, it does not matter which one is A and which one is B. So now we're plugging it into our formula. 3 squared, so 3 times 3 is 9. 4 squared, 4 times 4 is 16. 5 squared, 5 times 5, 25. 9 plus 16 is 25. Does 25 equal 25? Of course it does. So yes, it is a right triangle. Okay. All right, I'm going to do one more for you. I want you to pause this after I put it up here and try to solve it out on your own, because you're going to have 3 practice problems at the end of this that you're going to have to complete and bring up to me for me to sign off on your paper. So get it drawn out and then go ahead and pause your video, solve it, and see if you can do it on your own. All right, again, the first thing you should be looking for is the biggest number. So we have 6, 8, and 9. Of course, 9 is the largest number out of that, so that's going to be our C value. The other 2, make one of them A and one of them B. We plug it into our formula. Do the math. So 9 squared is 81. 6 squared is 36. 8 squared is 64. If I add 64 and 36, I get 100. Does 100 equal 81? Of course not. It's bigger than 81. So no, the angle the side length 6, 8, 9 would not form a triangle that has that 90-degree box in it. So no, it is not a right triangle. And you do have to write that out. Pretty easy concept, pretty easy math. Make sure you show all of your work. Okay, I'm going to give you 3 problems that I need you to do on your own. And I'm going to be looking for the correct answers on those when you bring up your note sheet to be checked off by me. So So the directions are on all of these are to determine if they would form a right triangle. There you go. Bring up and show me your notes whenever you are done.